All right, welcome back into Ames, Iowa for game 2 as Top Shelf getting prepared here to take on Peoria in this doubleheader of hockey. As looks like Gill is going to come out and center a line with Baker and Cohen Fonts, along with Corbin Howie and Leon Fonts on defense. Puck is dropped. Nolan Eaton has stayed in net for Top Shelf. And hopefully everything's kind of settled down here after the first game. We do have 2 refs this game, so that should help. As puck's at the red line, Peoria sends it in. Fonts sends it back out to neutral ice. Peoria corrals it, and Baker goes in to get it. And now Gill has it. He's headed off by a couple of Peoria defenders. And it'll come into the zone offside. .22 here in the first. Game 2 as Crone will come out center line with Detzel and Van Bergen. T-Scudder and Atchison on defense. T-Scudder gets it, sends it deep into Peoria's end where they'll go get it, and Van Bergen goes in on the forecheck, and it ends up along the far boards, trapped. Peoria comes in, takes it away, and now they're out to neutral ice, and they'll skate it through neutral ice. Detzel's there to take it away from them as they enter the zone. And it ends up on Atchison's stick. He'll skate behind the net and send it back to Detzel along the near boards. And Detzel's around the defense, and here gets into the zone. 2 defenders collapse on him, and he turns it over. And into the zone comes Peoria. They take a shot, goes above the net. Puck's still bouncing around, and they send it towards the net wide. T-Scudder gets to it, tries to rim it around. Peoria will get to it and keep it in the zone as Sachs comes off the bench. Sends it up towards the blue line, held in by Peoria. And now he'll pick up a loose puck center ice and skate it through the neutral zone, and he's around everybody. And he'll get a shot and stays out of the back of the net and comes around to the far boards. Good job by the Peoria goalie to keep this 0-0. Peoria gets to a puck, and Charlie Barker's there to take it away and hold it in the zone as Reynolds has it, and it's taken away from him. And now it comes towards the blue line. Barker holds it in again, ends up on Reynolds' stick again. He takes a shot, blocked by the goalie. And in that far corner, Peoria will get to it. They chip it up off the boards along the far boards, and out of the zone they go to neutral ice, and they gain the line, and Fonts is there to take it away from him. Charlie Barker with it now, battling for it at the red line. And it comes away on Peoria's stick as they gain the zone. And they send it over to the near boards where they'll collect it. And send it back to the D. And Cohen Fonts off the bench comes out and chips it to neutral ice. Noah Gill had it temporarily, taken off his stick. And now Peoria comes into the zone again where they're headed off by Howie. And Fonts over there to help out, and they try and send it to the middle. No one there for Peoria. And come to the near boards where they send it deep, collected by Howie. And he'll try and send it around to Baker. Baker gets to it. And we're going to have a call. And there'll be a penalty here for checking, I'm assuming. Cross check. So Top Shelf will go on the power play with 8:06 left here in the first. Nothing score. Crone to center line with Van Bergen and Detzel. And T. Scudder and Atchison out for the defense. 2-minute penalty here. Puck is dropped. And Crone battling for it. And Detzel gets to a loose puck now. Poked off his stick, comes to neutral ice. Top shelf will have to reset. T. Scudder gets to it. And they take it away from him. And they're around Atchison now, and they take a shot and stopped by Eaton. Picked up by Detzel, and he'll skate through neutral ice. Sends it over to Van Bergen. Headed off right as he enters the zone, but he sends it back over to Detzel. Detzel tries to get it to Crone. Can't connect, and it goes to the far boards. Van Bergen goes to get it. Now it comes out to Crone. Crone turns, tries to shoot. Good defense there by Peoria, and they don't get a shot off. Out to neutral ice, and they're marching towards Ames's end. Crone's back, T. Scudder's back. They take a shot, goes wide of the net. T. Scudder will pick up the loose change and skate up the ice. As Van Bergen will go off the ice, and Charlie Baker will come on. T. Scudder gains the line. Detzel goes off, and Reynolds comes out for him, and he picks up a puck right at the red line. Turns it over, or turnover by Peoria. Reynolds sends it deep. Donovan Sachs after it in the far corner. He'll get to it, tries to center it up, and we get another call. Interference. So it's going to be 5-on-3 hockey here as Top Shelf will send out Sachs, Baker. I think that's Reynolds on the other wing with Howie and Leon Fonts on defense. And right now Fonts holds the line, sends a puck deep. 5-on-3 for another 21 seconds or so. And then it'll be back to 5-on-4. This puck goes out to the far boards with Reynolds going to go collect it. Sends it over to Howie. And there are 4 players on the ice for Peoria. All right, we're on 5-on-4 hockey. I don't know what's going on today. Leon Fonts gets to the puck as Howie sends it to Howie. Howie sends it to Sachs and gains the line. And he tries to delay, and Peoria takes it away from him and gets it to neutral ice. Now Fonts turns around, plays D, but they get around him, and they get a shot towards Eaton, and he'll glove it and cover it up. 54 seconds left on this power play. Puck is dropped. Fonts out there with Gill. Gill has the puck, and he carries it through neutral ice, and Peoria takes it back from him and sends it into Ames's zone. Atchison's going to go get it in the corner. Tries to send it up the boards to T. Scudder. Now it just kind of rims around the back of the net. Gill picks it up, and he'll look up the ice to the boards to Baker. Baker trying to get it out of the zone. Still in the zone, and now T. Scudder will chip it to neutral ice for Peoria to have to reset. Peoria now around a couple top shelf defenders, and they gain the line, and Atchison steps up and pokes it off their stick to the far boards as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Atchison has it, chips it off the boards to Baker. Baker tries to chip it out of the zone, held in by Peoria. T. Scudder gets to it, sends it back to Baker. And now he'll carry it. And he sends it up out to neutral ice, trying to connect with Gill. But Peoria's there, and they enter back into Ames's end. Now Gill has it. It's poked off his stick. T-Scudder battling for it along the near boards. Peoria tries to center a pass, doesn't go, and puck comes out to neutral ice now, and they flip it over here to the near boards. And they're trying to gain the line, but they're offside. And now they'll get in onside, pestered by Howie along the far boards. And they turn and take a shot, and that's gloved by Eaton. And we'll get a defensive zone face-off for Top Shelf as Crone, Detzel, assuming Van Bergen will be the other wing. He is, along with Leon Fantz and Corbin Howie on defense. Puck is dropped. Peoria controls it. And it goes out to neutral ice. Detzel skating for it. Can't get to it. Peoria gets to it. And they'll send it to the near boards. Can't connect. Goes down in the zone. And that's waved. Icing waved. As Howie picks it up. Sends it to the blue line. Held in by Peoria. They send it back deep. Crone goes to get it. And we're going to have another call for tripping. So Top Shelf will go back on a power play. They're going to trot out Sachs to center a line with Reynolds and Charlie Barker, along with T-Scudder and Atchison. Reynolds takes a puck, sends it deep, rims it around, and Peoria will pick it up. Sachs there on the forecheck, trying to keep it in, but it pops out at the blue line here. T-Scudder and Atchison coming back, and Peoria can't get anything going. As it goes below the goal line, picked up by Atchison. He'll turn and try and send it to Reynolds. It comes out to neutral ice, goes back into Ames's end offside. Puck is dropped. Sachs wins it back. T-Scudder gets to it. And Peoria takes it away and sends it back into Ames's end, where Atchison collects it. And he'll skate up through neutral ice, sends it over to Sachs. Sachs and Reynolds gain the line. Sachs takes a shot, goes above the net. Comes out to Reynolds on the near boards, and Top Shelf can't hold the line, so Peoria will pick it up and skate it in, and they'll shoot it wide. With just under a minute here left on the power play. Puck now goes the length of the ice, and that will go for an icing. So the puck will come all the way back down to Ames's end. Gill centering a line with Cohen Fonts and Sullivan Baker, along with Leon Fonts and Corbin Howie. Puck dropped. Gill wins it back to Howie. And Howie will skate it, and he's around a few Peoria players. He'll gain the line, looking for some help, trying to delay, and Peoria comes and takes it away from him. But it stays in the zone. Right at the blue line, pops out to the middle of the ice, where it's picked up by Peoria. And they'll skate it, pass it through the neutral zone. They gain the line and they turn it over to Gill, who throws it back to neutral ice. So Peoria will regroup. Gill goes in after it. Peoria still has it, but it's loose. No one really possessing it. Peoria now sends it along the far boards, or banks it off the far boards, and they've gained the line. They come into the zone, they can't get a shot off. And here comes Gill, excuse me. But the puck goes back into Ames's end, takes a shot, and goes wide of the net. Comes back to Eaton, who sticks it out in front of him and is able to cover it. power play has expired. 37 seconds left in the first period. Still 0-0 here. Puck is dropped. Detzel, Crone, and Van Bergen out for forwards. Atchison and T-Scudder on defense. Puck turned over here at the red line. Peoria skates it in, and they'll take a shot, stopped by Eaton, and sent to the near boards. Just under 20 seconds left here. Detzel picks up the loose puck, and he's around the defense, but he can't quite corral the puck. And it goes to the far corner where Peoria tries to send it out. Held in by Van Bergen. We got another whistle. See what's going to happen here. And it's for roughing. As Detzel will go to the box, Peoria will go on the power play. As there's 2 seconds left here in the first period. So that penalty will carry over into the second. Puck is dropped. Penalty killers out there is Crone, Van Bergen, Atchison, and T-Scudder as the period ends. And that's how it's going to end, 0-0 as we head into the second. Stay tuned. We'll be back here in just a minute for period number 2 of Game 2 from the Ames Ice Arena. Welcome back as we're getting set for period number 2 here in Ames. Flyers still shorthanded for 1:59. And the puck is dropped. Sacks out there with Reynolds and Corbin Howie, along with Leon Fantz. Howie now tries to send one up through neutral ice, and Peoria keeps it in neutral ice, and now they get it into Ames's end, where Sachs will come and take it away. And he can't quite keep a handle on it. Peoria will take it, and they'll work it to the front, and it's bouncing around in front of Nolan, and that's going to be a goal. So with that, the penalty will end, and we'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey as it's 1-0 Peoria with 11:25 left here in the second. Gill comes out to center line with Baker and Cohen Fantz, along with Leon Fantz and Corbin Howie. Puck goes into Peoria's end. Comes back out to neutral ice. Howie now sends it to the far boards. Gets into the zone. Cohen Fantz after it. Peoria gets there first, sends it back to neutral ice. Bouncing around here in neutral ice. Baker will end up with it, and he chips it forward. He gains the line before it's poked off his stick. And it comes to the near boards. Gill comes in and grabs it. And he takes a shot, goes wide. And over to the far boards where Peoria gets to it. Try and send it out, held in by Howie, and he sends it towards the net wide. It's going to be picked up by Baker, and he tries to center up a pass. It's smacked away by Peoria to the near boards. Baker again trying to get it to the middle. Peoria's there. Comes out to Fonts at the point, sends it in. It's just bounced around here, and for Peoria takes it out, throws it to neutral ice. Fonts gets to it, sends it to neutral ice, and Baker can't quite get to it. Peoria sends it back, and they gain the line. As it goes to the far boards, Gill goes to get it, tries to chip it out, stays in the zone. Now it's out, and Gill's after it at the red line. Puck comes back now towards Ames's end, and they've gained the line. Howie there sticks it, but they get a shot towards Eaton, and he's able to stop it to keep it 1-0 Peoria. And Crone will come out with Detzel and Van Bergen, along with T. Scudder and Atchison on defense. Puck is dropped. Comes out to the blue line, held in by Peoria. They go D to D. Send it towards the net wide. Now it's along the side of the net. And just sitting there, and the ref's going to blow the whistle, as I think a player was laying on it. Puck dropped here. Crone wins it forward, but Peoria controls it for now, and now Detzel comes in and takes it away. And it gets down into Peoria's end. Peoria's after it. Send it back up the boards. Get it to neutral ice at the red line. And they're into the zone, headed off by Detzel and T. Scudder. Now they try a centering pass that Crone interferes with. And it's going to stay in the zone. Now it's poked out by Atchison, and Detzel's in a foot race for it. And see if he gets to it. He can't quite take it away, but shot ends up on goal, blocked away by the goalie. Picked up by Peoria, and they send it up to the blue line, comes out to neutral ice. Atchison throws it back in, offside. Neutral zone face-off with Sachs going to take the draw. Charlie Barker out there, along with Owen Reynolds, Leon Fonts, and Corbin Howie. Puck into Peoria's end. Sachs has it, sends it over to T. Scudder, and they can't quite connect, but the backside of the net was wide open. Fonts goes after it, picks it up in Ames's end, sends it back to neutral ice. And now it comes down to Peoria's end where Sachs is after it. He gets to it before the icing. And it comes up to the point and ends up at neutral ice. Bouncing around in neutral ice at the red line. Sachs pestering Peoria as they come into the zone. And they take a shot wide of the net. Now Howie will go get it in the corner, sends it around to Barker. They can't quite connect. And the puck will go out to the far boards, held in by Peoria. Send it deep. Howie gets it, plays it off the glass. Still held in by the Peoria defenseman. They center up a pass now. And that was a dangerous opportunity there for Top Shelf. Puck will now come out to neutral ice, and Peoria will have to regroup. Reynolds comes in, tries to take it away from him. He does temporarily, but they get it back. And now Peoria sends it into the zone. They can't quite connect, trying to catch it right at the blue line. Ends up in the far corner where the Peoria does corral it and sends it around to the near boards. Centering pass intercepted by Top Shelf, and they'll send it the length of the ice for an icing. As we have 6:20 left here in the second period, 1-0 Peoria. Gill will come out and center a line with Baker and Cohen Fonts. Atchison and T-Scudder on defense. D-to-D pass from Peoria as they win the draw. They take a shot, goes wide of the net. And now it ends up another shot that Eaton stops and covers on the side of the net. Defensive zone face-off for Top Shelf here. As they win it back, and T-Scudder will get to it. Can't quite handle it. Gill comes in and takes it. And he'll skate it up the ice into the zone, take a shot, and that's gloved by Peoria's goalie. So Top Shelf able to get it out of their end and into Peoria's end, and they'll have an offensive zone face-off with Gill centering a line with Fonts and Baker. T-Scudder and Atchison out there. Peoria comes into Ames's end, and the puck's up along the far boards. They try a centering pass. Gill is there, but it's bouncing around, and Peoria jumps on it and puts it in the back of the net to make it 2-0. Peoria. Puck is dropped as Krohn's out there with Detzel and Van Bergen. Puck trickling towards Eaton, and he can't quite jump on it. It's still loose, and still loose. And now finally Krohn gets to it and gets it out of the house before we give up our third goal. And arm is up. And we're going to have a penalty here for holding.
Get out, Phil. Let's go.
So Top Shelf will go on a penalty kill here or power play for 2 minutes. Krohn centering the line with Van Bergen and Detzel. Leon Fonts on defense with Corbin Howie. Puck is dropped. One back to Howie. Takes a shot. Blocked by the Peoria's goalie. And Peoria gets to the puck behind the net, rimming around the near boards. Held in by Fonts. And Van Bergen battling for it now. Will come out to neutral ice. Van Bergen gets it, sends it back into the zone. Peoria sends it back out to neutral ice. Van Bergen with it now, and he'll send it in deep. And Peoria will go get it. Send it to the middle of the ice. A unanimous no from their bench coaches, as Peoria has a breakaway 2-0, and they take a shot that's gloved by Eaton. So with a minute 13 left here on the power play, minute 16, Top Shelf will have a defensive zone face-off with Sachs, Barker, and Reynolds out there. along with Atchison and T-Scudder. Shot on goal, patted away by Eaton. And now it's out to neutral ice. Reynolds fighting for it. He'll come away with it. Sends it over to Barker. Now he sends it to Sachs. Sachs takes a shot, and he puts it in the back of the net to make it 2-1. As that'll end the power play. Top Shelf picks up a power play goal. And we'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Donovan Sachs. I think that's the second or third goal today, maybe more. Line will stay the same. Puck is dropped. Sachs wins it, and now he's got a breakaway again. Can he tie this up? Sure can. And it's 2-2 as Top Shelf has scored twice here in about 10 seconds off the stick of Donovan Sachs. Gill comes out to center a line with Baker and Cohen Fonts. His brother Leon on defense with Corbin Howie on defense as well. Shot towards the net. Eaton's able to stop it, and Howie gets it out of the danger area. Howie has it now, sends it up the boards, comes out to the point, held in by Peoria. Fonts battling for it. Peoria tries to center it up. Baker will get to a loose puck, and Peoria takes it back and skates towards the corner. They put a shot on net, gloved by Eaton, to keep this 2-2 with 3:16 left here in the second period. Crone will come out with Detzel and Van Bergen as forwards. Defense will stay the same, and I think we got an equipment issue with one of the Peoria players. He's talking to the ref. And they'll replace him here. And we'll have a face-off. Puck is dropped. Peoria wins it. And they send it deep where Howie corrals it, sends it up to Van Bergen. Van Bergen now trying to send it out, held in by Peoria. Howie will get to it, send it up to Van Bergen. Try this again, held in by Peoria again. And they hold it in again, and it's just bouncing around here almost out of the zone. And Peoria just keeps it in, sends it deep. Good job to hold the zone. As Fonts will come in and take it away from Peoria on the inboards. He tries to send it out, and Peoria holds it in again and sends it deep. A lot of zone time here, never good if you're on the defense. Van Bergen gets to it. He'll skate it, tries to skate it out, headed off by Peoria. Now Fonts will get to it. Ends up behind the net. Howie will go get it. He'll send it around. And no one home for Peoria's defense, so it will come out to neutral ice where they collect it and send it back into Ames's end. Comes back out to neutral ice. And back into Ames's end. On the stick of Peoria. Along the far boards, try and center a pass, intercepted by Fonts. And now Sachs has it again. Is he going to get a hat trick here? He's got another breakaway. And off the post! Off the post! He had everything beat but the post. And it stays 2-2. But no doubt Sachs has that goalie's number. And if he gets another opportunity, I have no doubt he's going to have a hat trick here. Atchison picks up the puck for Top Shelf. Peoria pestering. They get the puck back. They take a shot blocked by Sachs. Sachs picks up the loose change and he'll send it out to neutral ice as it goes off the bubble of one of the bubble mask of one of the players for Peoria, and Reynolds will get to the loose puck and put it on net, but that'll be covered up by Peoria's goalie. Sachs will stay out at center with Reynolds and Barker on the wings, Atchison and T-Scudder on defense. Puck is dropped. And there's 6 players in this confusion on a line change here, so ref blew it dead. And we're playing hockey. Puck dropped out of the zone to neutral ice. Atchison will chase it down. And he'll turn it up the ice to pass it up to Barker, who drops it off to Sachs. Sachs looking for a centering pass, no one there. He will throw it towards the center, but goes through the crease to the far boards. The slot goes through the slot to the far boards. Reynolds intercepts a pass at the red line. About 5 seconds left here in this period. Sachs takes a shot and bounces, but the goalie stops it. And that's how the period's going to end. 2-2 here in Ames for game number 2. Deuces Wild as we head into the third period. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back into the Ames Ice Arena here in Ames as we get set for this final period of Game 2. And this will be the last game of this round robin for the weekend, as Top Shelf will send out Gill, Cohen Fonts, Sullivan Baker, Leon Fonts, and Corbin Howie to start the period. Peoria brings it in and takes a shot, stopped by Eaton. Comes out to the point, and they try and send it to the net, but it ends up in the traffic in the middle of the ice. And there's a shot, stopped by Eaton. Second shot stopped by Eaton, and a great play by Cohen Fonts to clear it as Eaton was under fire there. Howie gets to it now. He'll skate it out of the zone into neutral ice, and he's looking for some help. He'll pass it into the zone, ends up in the skates of Peoria. And they'll take the puck back and out to neutral ice. At the red line, Gill picks up a loose puck, comes into the zone. He's headed off by Peoria. They'll send it out to the neutral zone, off the boards, down the ice, and we're going to have an icing. I keep forgetting the third period is always something different with the clock. So it's a running clock with about 13:45 left. Crone comes out with Detzel and Van Bergen, along with T. Scudder and Atchison. Puck is dropped, and Crone wins it, but can't quite control it. It ends up on Detzel's stick. Crone now takes a shot, interfered with by a Peoria defender, and out to the blue line. T. Scudder holds it in, and now will skate it and try and take a shot. That gets deflected over to the far boards. Detzel now back to the point to Atchison. Atchison can't get good wood on it, and Peoria will send it out to neutral ice. And ping pong table here. Van Bergen gets to it, sends it into the zone, and Detzel picks it up. And it's got room, he'll take a shot. And it doesn't get through to the goalie. T. Scudder picks it up now. Crone gets to it, sends it to the net wide. And the puck is sent to neutral ice. Atchison throws it back in, but we're offside. Sachs comes out with Reynolds and Charlie Barker. Howie and Leon Fonts on defense. Sachs has it on his stick now, driving towards the net, cuts to the middle, takes a shot, and it's blocked by the goalie. Reynolds gets to a loose puck, sends it around the far boards. Barker will go and get it, tries to shoot it, and Peoria takes it off his stick and puts it into neutral ice. Comes back to Sachs and get into the zone, but comes back out to neutral ice. Peoria gets to the loose puck, and they'll send it into the zone, and Howie will send it back out to neutral ice. That's off the boards, and it's not going to get down for icing, so Peoria will play it. And Howie holds the line. Barker has it now. Sends it to Reynolds. Reynolds takes a shot, gloved by the goalie. Picks up his own rebound, takes another shot, but doesn't get into the net. Peoria marching down the ice, headed off by Atchison. And puck right at the bench as we're trying to make a line change. Ends up below Ames's goal line. Howie's trying to send it out. Peoria will hold the line and send it deep. And it'll come to the near boards where it's going to be picked up by Atchison, and he's going to skate it. And he chips it up to Gill. Nice play. They can't quite connect, and Peoria takes it back, and now they're on a breakaway. And shot wide of the net. Atchison picks it up again, sends it over to the boards to Fonts. And he'll try and chip it off the boards out, but Peoria holds it in, and they send one towards the net, and Eaton's able to glove it and stop play. Just under 10 minutes here left in the game. 2-2, the score. As Crone will come out with Van Bergen and Detzel. Atchison and T. Scudder in on defense. Detzel in the corner. Sends it up to Van Bergen. And Van Bergen tries to chip it off the boards. Can't quite get it done, and puck will go down towards the net. T. Scudder with it now. He tries to send it up out of the zone. Peoria holds the line. And now Crone will get to it and smack it to neutral ice, where it'll be picked up by Peoria. Thrown back into neutral ice. Crone comes in onside and puts the puck deep. Along the far boards, the puck goes, and now it's thrown towards the net wide. Back to the point to T. Scudder, and Peoria's there. We got 3-on-1 here. and they turn it over. Atchison stayed home there, intercepted the pass. Puck comes in onside. Atchison there again, puts it out to neutral ice. And Detzel takes it away. And Sachs has it now, looking for that third goal. Takes a shot, and we're going to get an interference call. As trying to see what's going on here. We're going to get a penalty shot. Donovan Sachs is going to get a penalty shot. All right. Here we go. And stopped by Peoria's goalie. So the score remains 2-2 as Sachs was awarded a penalty shot. And Sachs will stay out to center line with Reynolds and Charlie Baker, along with Corbin Howie and Leon Fonts. Puck one back to Leon, takes a shot, doesn't get through the traffic. And it'll come out to the blue line, held in temporarily by Howie, and it's out in neutral ice where Peoria is going to pick it up. And Fonts is on the back check, and Barker has it now. Hand is up, and we got another penalty call. So top shelf will go on the penalty as we have penalty or power play as we have a running clock with about 6 minutes left in the game. Line will stay the same for top shelf. Sachs wins it back to Fonts, tries to put it on net, doesn't get through the traffic, ends up on Reynolds' sticks, and he turns and fires. Sachs picks up a rebound and puts it on net, but the goalie covers it up. And top shelf's going to make a wholesale change here as Gill comes out to center a line with Fonts and Baker, along with T-Scudder and Atchison. Puck is won back. Top shelf can't control it. Ends up in neutral ice. It's on Baker's stick. And now it's still loose. Peoria gets to it, comes into Ames's end. Being pestered by Gill, so he can't get anything going. They're in a line change anyway. Or their defense is just playing way back. Gill has it now. He's going to come into the zone easily. And he's around one, takes a shot and puts it in to make it 3-2, top shelf. And that's going to break the tie. As we have just under 4.5 minutes left, Noah Gill has the game-winning goal in hand right now. As Crone comes out with Detzel and Van Bergen, along with Howie and Leon Fonts. Fonts after it right now, gets the puck, sends it up to Van Bergen along the far boards, chips it a little bit further. Peoria gets to it, now it's bouncing in front of the net, never good for the goalie. Howie tries to get it out of there, and he swats it down the ice. That won't go for an icing. It's going to be waved anyway. And Peoria around the back of the net, sends it up to neutral ice. They collect it about the red line. Howie takes it off their stick. Detzel picks it up. Into the zone he goes and loses the puck. Howie holds it in temporarily, ends up on neutral ice. Fonts is battling for it. Peoria gains the line. Comes out to middle of the ice. Crone intercepts a pass and stays in the zone by a fraction of an inch. Comes out to neutral ice, and then it's put back into Ames's end offside. Just under 3 minutes left here, 3-2 Top Shelf. Keep an eye on this goalie from Peoria, see if they're going to pull him here. They won't right now, way too much time left, but Sachs is out there with Reynolds and Barker. Sachs wins the draw, and he brings it into the zone. And puck is loose, goes behind the net. Sachs stays after it, and now Reynolds will get to it. Comes out to the point. Atchison temporarily holds it in, comes out to neutral ice where it's picked up by Barker. And Peoria takes it away and comes into the zone. Atchison's there to pester him, and they take a shot wide. Reynolds gets to it now, sends it up to the point, and it gets past the defenseman. And it'll come down into Peoria's end. 2 minutes left here in the game. Puck comes out to neutral ice, and Peoria can't quite control it, but it does end up in Top Shelf's end. T-Scudder has it, and it's right at the blue line, came out. Goes back in, they say it's onside, or maybe it never came out, I couldn't quite tell. Tipped, there's not going to be an icing. Minute and a half left. Goalie checking the clock. As Reynolds takes a shot, goes above the net. Comes out to the point, and they say it stayed in. It came out. Anyway, Peoria coming down towards Ames's end. Atchison there to interfere with him. Still no shot through yet, and one goes towards the net where it's covered up by Eaton, and now we got a scrum right in front of the net. With a minute left here. And I would assume with the face-off going to be at this end, Peoria might pull their goalie. 40 seconds left, and Corbin Howie will go to the penalty box for a roughing, I'm assuming.
They're beating on the goalie. You've been doing it the whole game.
Puck is dropped. Goalie's still in the net as Top Shelf's on a penalty kill. Puck bouncing around, stays around there, gets a shot, goes wide. 8 seconds left in the game. And it's going to go behind the net and pestered by Fonts. And that's going to prevent a scoring opportunity as Top Shelf's going to take the second game 3-2. And Top Shelf will finish the weekend with 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. As that's how it's going to end here for their round robin weekend. And thanks for joining us here. Until next time, I've been Jason Eaton here calling this game. We'll see you later.